Plans have been unveiled for a museum dedicated to the fairy tales of Hans Christian Andersen. It promises enchanted forests and cottages and a magical world that fits for both children and adults.
The Ugly Duckling, the Little Mermaid, the Snow Queen. We all grew up with fairy tales, and when our parents and grandparents told them to us, their magic seemed to come to life. Now an interactive museum wants to bring that magic into the real world. It will be built in the Danish city of Odense, the birthplace of these fairy tales' creator, Hans Christian Andersen.
An interactive museum can give you the possibility to touch, to experience, to go deeper into the facts of a fairy tale. It's so much more than words. It's a universe that unfolds for you and your children.
Most of the museum will be built underground, but a garden with hedges and large trees will welcome visitors above it. The buildings will be covered in lattice work, making them resemble the cottages that provide refuge as well as menace in fairy tales.
For the architect, the idea of timber and wood is important. And in our concept, we started off with the idea of the forest as a motif, because that's always in fairy tales. You walk into a forest and something happens. And it's been really interesting for us to see how our scenographic concept of a forest, which exists above ground, but then we had the idea that the fairy tale realm exists in the underground world.
Japanese architect Kengo Kuma's firm designed the project, and construction should start early next year.
We feel like it's a very unique opportunity to the partnership with the architecture to really create a building that has a very strong message from the inside out, and the stories kind of bleed through the exhibition into the building, and the whole experience tells a story.
Andersen's fairy tales have been translated into 160 languages. And Odense is hoping its new museum will have an equally large fan base when it opens in 2020.